The identifiable victim effect describes the tendency for people to experience stronger emotional reactions and be more willing to provide assistance or support when presented with a single identifiable individual in need, compared to a large abstract group of people in similar circumstances. Individuals are more likely to feel empathy and take action to help when they can vividly imagine the suffering of a specific individual, rather than when confronted with statistics or abstract descriptions of a group's plight. Identifiable victims evoke stronger emotional responses because they elicit feelings of empathy, compassion, and concern. When people can visualize the suffering of a single individual, it triggers emotional arousal and a sense of personal connection, leading to a greater willingness to help. Identifiable victims are easier for people to process cognitively because they provide a concrete and vivid representation of suffering. Unlike abstract statistics or descriptions of large groups, identifiable victims capture people's attention and engage their empathy more effectively, leading to greater motivation to help. Stories or narratives that feature identifiable victims can be compelling and persuasive because they provide a clear storyline and protagonist. By presenting a coherent narrative with a relatable protagonist, stories of identifiable victims can evoke empathy, evoke emotional responses, and motivate action more effectively than abstract descriptions or statistics. The immediacy and personalization of the victim's plight create a sense of obligation or duty to alleviate their suffering, leading to increased willingness to provide assistance. Donors are more likely to contribute to charitable causes when they can identify specific individuals or cases in need. Personalized appeals featuring individual stories or images of identifiable victims tend to be more effective in eliciting donations than appeals based on abstract statistics or group descriptions. The identifiable victim effect can influence public policy decisions by shaping public opinion and priorities. Policymakers may be more inclined to address issues that affect identifiable individuals or communities with compelling narratives, even if they are not the most pressing or widespread problems. Humanitarian organizations often use stories and images of identifiable victims to raise awareness and funds for their causes. By highlighting individual stories of suffering and resilience, these organizations can mobilize support and resources to assist those in need more effectively. The identifiable victim effect can also influence legal and judicial decisions, particularly in cases involving harm or victimization. Judges and juries may be more sympathetic to identifiable victims and impose harsher penalties on perpetrators when the victim's identity and suffering are vividly portrayed.